We're at a homeschool convention here in Cincinnati, taking the kids. I just got Hannah, Zeke, and Hannah with me.
Really good.
Yeah, that stuff does smell good. I spoke here yesterday about integrating entrepreneurship and family business with homeschooling. So that was good. I'm talking here today about growing a business on YouTube. And tomorrow I get to talk about family teams and finding and pursuing God's unique vision for your family. So I'm here every single day for the event, which is fun. And today I get to have my kids with me. I'm actually here because I published a book with Zondervan back when I was a youth pastor, and they're the ones who brought me out here to be able to speak and hang out at the convention, which is really cool. And all their books and everything right now are 50% off. So Hannah brought some of her money to get some because she's like, I love books. I'm like, I know, they got lots of good books here. If any of you guys are looking for a good Bible to read with your kids, or just to read for yourself, these storybook Bibles, Jesus Storybook Bibles, are our absolute favorite. And it really is the best one for just putting the whole Bible to a story. It lets you understand the whole thing from beginning to end and how it all connects. It's super good. So highly recommend that one.
Hey Dad, Mom would like to go to that.
When I was homeschooled back in the 80s growing up, I remember going to these conventions and there being I don't know, a few booths out. Now here we are in 2018 and we go to these conventions and they're huge. There's just so many options for every subject plus additional subjects you never even heard of before. And it's wow.
That looks cool.
It kind of gets easy to start looking around at some of the other parents being you're buying all these books and walking out with all this stuff and all this curriculum, and I'm not. Am I doing something wrong here? And I just remind myself, their family, whatever they're doing what's best for their family, I need to do what's best for my family. I know where my kids are at. I know what our values are, what our goals are, not theirs. You know what we're doing is definitely exceeding expectations according to our school district's scope of sequence that they would be following if they were in school. We use these guys for our math machine right over here. And so the kids watch a little video and the guy who's in the video is right here. When they saw their math teacher, the person they watch in the DVD, in the math video every week for each lesson, they were like, oh! It was the look that most, that I see at VidCon, and when someone sees their favorite YouTube creator in person for the first time, or you see that movie actor in person. I've never seen that happen with my kids before. We're not the only ones who want a picture. He takes pictures of a lot of people. He's like a homeschooling math celebrity. I don't know if that's a thing, but are you excited to meet him? Yeah, he's like your math teacher, kinda. Him and Daddy together, right? I've never seen my kids get a little shy, get a little bit tongue-tied, get a little bit oh, I can't believe I'm talking to you. I didn't even know they had that in them. But of all people, I'm glad it's the math teacher, If that's not a stereotypical homeschooler, I don't know what is. Was that cool?
Yeah.
Was that worth coming here for? Go to meet him, your math teacher?
He looks kind of different.
Yeah, in person. Well, those videos that you guys watch, the math videos, were done a long time ago. Almost time for my session. We're gonna go head over to my room and get set up.
This is the biggest escalator I've ever gone on.
So I'm gonna teach people how to grow a business on YouTube. And this might be your first time to learn how we make a living making these videos and other people's videos and stuff. A lot of you guys might not know this, but I actually do a lot of different things on YouTube with different people. So part of our income comes from these vlogs, but about 95% of it though comes from things not related or outside these vlogs, where I'm working with clients, helping them grow their channels. And in March 2nd, 2006, I uploaded my very first video. It's called Test Video. I put a lot of creative energy into this thing, right? It's been interesting for me the past few days of speaking at this homeschool convention because I'm not used to speaking to a group of homeschoolers. I speak at a lot of YouTube events, a lot of video marketing events, and I can do that pretty much in my sleep I think I actually do it in my sleep. Then something creepy happened. Other people started watching too. And I was like, you know, this is MySpace days when, like, if anyone found out your real identity and your name, they would come hunt you down and it'd be really dangerous, right? And so I was a little creeped out, like, who's CatLicker69? Why are they watching my videos? But talking to homeschoolers more about like family related things, about integrating business and entrepreneurship with homeschooling. I've never talked publicly and have been forced to articulate that. Like, I think about that a lot, and Dana and I talk about that kind of stuff a lot. But for me to come to an event like this and articulate it is different. I'm like, did I really drive home the point that I feel like would really unlock some things for people? Did I really, did it really impact them and change their lives in some way? Or did it waste their time, or they left thinking that was a good talk, but that was about it, you know? I was kind of surprised to see that this was a packed house. All the seats were taken, people were sitting on the floor, standing along the walls. I was trying to feel out, are these people here because they just want to learn how to make money? Are they here because they already have YouTube channels? Are they here because they just learn about business? Like, I had a hard time figuring that out even after asking a few questions. Woo! What'd you guys think of my session?
Fun.
Was it good? Did I do a good job, Zeke?
Yeah.
You guys understand how YouTube business works?
Dad, yeah. The hair picture on there was you sitting on the couch.
Oh, yeah, I had some family pictures on the slides, and I showed an old picture of me being homeschooled. So they like that kind of stuff. Hannah and Zeke were like, can we go say hi to Mr. Hodges? When I was growing up, his family went to our church, and he has kids around my age, and so his kids and I were always good friends. We go to each other's houses and play. They homeschooled, and so I grew up with his kids, and now it's fun to come to conventions and see him, and now my kids like hanging out and talking to him too.
Hey, I'm Jim Hodges, friend of Tim's for many years. I think I met him when he was about, this big.
Yeah, I'm just a few years old.
Yeah, something like that. I started this business, Jim Hodges Audiobooks. And what I do is I find great out of copyright works, and I do unabridged recordings of them.
I put him on the spot. I was like, here you go.
With no warning whatsoever. But this is my website, jimhodgesaudiobooks.com. If you're looking for great stuff for your kids, check me out. We've got about 60 audiobooks on there that I'm sure you can find something you would like.
Yeah, we have that one, which we love, the Pilgrims one. You guys want one of these?
All right.
Which one do you want?
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island. Oh, I really liked that book when I was a kid. You know that? Maybe we can put it on in the car on the way home.
Yeah.
Go. No, just go home. I'm hungry. It's past dinner time.
Hi.
Hey, Chloe. I missed you today. Did you have a fun day with Mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's past bedtime and we are just eating dinner. You guys have fun going with me today? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was cool meeting new people who watch our videos. Yeah.
You like meeting our YouTube subscribers? Mm-hmm. Personally, I really like meeting our subscribers. I like putting names and faces to comments and people who are a part of the story with us. So for me, one of my favorite parts is being able to do that. You say hi to our YouTube people?
Hello.
Every single view count, every single subscriber, every number on YouTube represents an actual person who's giving you the opportunity to take some of their time. And I like, wow, that is a tremendous privilege and honor. And when I meet these people, it's so fun because I'm like, there's real actual people on the other side watching this and hearing the story and the messages, and I'm like, shoot, I gotta make this totally worth your time. I'm actually pretty introverted, and so doing stuff like this, like at the convention, I think is really fun. But when I come home or get back to my hotel, whatever the case may be, I am just wiped out. But this time, instead of going to a hotel, I get to hang out with my cute little Livia. Hey, baby girl. Have fun with Mommy today? Yeah? Super baby! Hi, Livia. Hi. Oh. Yeah, I much prefer to come back to home from a convention and see you guys and go to a hotel room by myself. Hi, Debbie.
Yeah.
Livia. Yeah. I would love to hear from you guys. What is it that you get from these videos? From our family, from our stories? What is it that brings you back watching these? And I would like to know that, because then hopefully we can do a better job at more intentionally delivering that for you on a consistent basis. So looking forward to hearing what you guys share with us. Thank you so much for being a part of this story as our family just explores what it's like to be a family team that grows together despite all the obstacles and all the struggles and everything that's holding us back. How do we work through those together? So thank you guys for being a part of that with us, and follow along. We get new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye.